as all of you know, I made it possible for you to talk about yourself on the radio, and that's what we're going to do right now with my first guest, and I'm going to go right in with her. We have with me Suzanne Ryan, and she is the owner of T&H Financial Coaching. Welcome to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do. Listen up, everyone, because a lot of us need this. Go ahead.
Oh, hey, Carol. Thank you for inviting me on. I'm just really glad to be here today. So a little bit about me. A few years ago, I found myself in the situation of being single. And so I had to figure out my personal financial situation and how to budget and how to create a financial plan. And so I went on a journey to educate myself, and I got really good at it and started sharing it with friends and ended up starting my own company because it's such a need out there.
It is. I mean, and I'm going to be honest. I always did, too, find myself single.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, we can relate.
And there's a lot of people that can relate to that. So I want everybody to listen up, because maybe it's you or someone that you know. There, we find ourselves that what we're doing is we always never have enough money, right?
Yes.
And especially at that particular juncture in our life, right?
It is so important. So what I found out is I needed to learn how to organize, and I needed to actually gain the education, and also I needed people to encourage me, and that's what actually a financial coach does. So when I'm working with clients, I'm educating them, I'm organizing their finances for them, and then also encouraging them to do the next step in their life so that they can move forward. And
so I got to ask you something. How do you work with people? This is not on there. I just want to know, do you work with them one-on-one? Do you work with them where you meet with them? Do they do it over the phone? How does that work?
So I meet with people one-to-one in person here in the Valley, and then I also meet with people on Zoom. So
I'm hearing a lot about that. That's awesome.
I know. It's really the way to go. I love the one-to-one. I love person-to-person.
Right. And I think in this situation, obviously, they need to get to know you a little bit.
Yes.
And have you get to understand them. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So, I want to talk about how your coaching works.
Okay. So my coaching works in two sections. The first section is organizational. And so what we need to do is gather the information and find out what your goals are so we can figure out where you're at right now. And then what we want to do is we go into the educational piece, and that's where the actual coaching takes place. So that's, what do you need to learn about? Do you need to pay off your debt? Do you need a financial plan? Do you need to work towards a certain goal? So like saving an emergency fund, or maybe you want to start a new job, you're changing up your careers. How do you prepare for that financially?
Right. And so there's a step-by-step plan that you do. Okay.
It is. And it's personalized for everybody because everybody has their own unique situation.
Right. Absolutely. So each one of these are personalized for each client that you work with.
Absolutely.
Okay. And when we say that you work with both men and women.
I do.
Right. I mean, because, when we're listening to coaching and this and that, women tend to resonate with it, especially when, I don't know, when we're the ones that possibly found ourselves single. We're the ones that may have not been working, or taking care of our kids, right? And
then all of a sudden, exactly what happened to me. So very typical for women to not be in charge of the family finances. And so when you become single after being married and someone else is taking care of it, how do you do that? So not only are you devastated because you're getting divorced, but now you're in a position of vulnerability.
Here's another time. Here's another time. Think of this. There's a lot of people out there that are much older. The opposite. They've been married for a long time, and they never took care of any of the finances. And then their husband passes away.
And I can help with that as well.
I wanted to bring that up because there's a lot of people out there that listen that are older, too.
Yes.
And both, again, listen, my ex-husband, when I was married to him, he used to say, "You do it all, Carol."
Oh,
right?
okay.
But it doesn't mean that I knew anything. He just said me do it. So men, you guys out there, we know that you need help too.
We do.
Okay, so now you've got a free offer that you're offering for everybody. What is that?
So my free offer is a 30-minute session, and I call it Balance and Intention because we want to create financial balance between your lifestyle and your finances. And so what we do is we have a conversation about what's going on now, and then we work on your first step to solving your money problems.
Wow.
Creating
Wouldn't
a
that
future.
be nice to know what your
Oh,
first
yeah.
step is to solving your money problems? Now, let me give you her phone number. It is 480-353-9849, and her website is TNHFinancialCoaching.com. But what we're going to do is we're going to open up the lines to the audience for everyone to get entered into. What we're going to give everybody this is everyone get it. We're going to do everyone because we've got 10 of them we're giving away.
Awesome.
So everyone's going to get this. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. It's a balance and intention session with her, but basically you're going to get you're going to receive the first step it takes to solving your money problems. Awesome. I'm in. I'll tell you right now. Our number here again, 602-277-5369. I want to talk to you a little bit too about, well, what I wanted to chat to you first about is about the name of your company. So the name of your company is TNH, and it has a meaning, and I want you to talk to him a little bit about what that is.
Okay, so T&H stands for tortoise and hare. And if you go back to the Aesop's fable of the tortoise and the hare, the story is about a race. And the tortoise and hare start out together, and it's all expected that the hare is going to win the race because it's the fastest. But the hare takes a little bit of a break and gets off the path, and the tortoise is slow and steady and actually wins the race. But what people forget is that the hare also finishes the race, just not how they expected to. And so what I help people do is I realize that everybody is a little bit of the tortoise and a little bit of the hare combined. And so if you're going a little too slow somewhere, I get you started a little bit faster. And then if you're the hare and you're off the path because life happens, right, then I help you get back on the path and heading forward on your race.
Now, what does this have to do, though, with finances?
So with finances, it has to do with actually taking the next step and preparing for the race. Well, it's not really a race, but the journey, the financial
Life is
journey.
a race.
It is. It is.
And believe me,
Yeah.
when you're working your butt off in order to have
And so
finances,
how do you want to finish your race? Do you want to finish a little bit better or a little bit less better?
Now, I really
Yeah.
want to say it quickly
Yeah.
because before she came on, I mean, so cute. You gave me this little piggy bank here, and it has a little penny in it. And she even gave me a huge amount of money. Go ahead and tell them what you gave me and what the purpose of why you do what you do this.
Okay, so the piggy bank is a reminder that everybody needs to save, and also it's got a penny in it because no piggy bank should be empty ever.
Aw.
That's bad karma. And the $1 million is because I'm hoping that what you'll do is put this in a place that you can see it every day, and then you'll be thinking to yourself, how do I get to that $1 million? What step can I take next?
Well, what's your final words right here? I know that you have sort of a big picture, so tell them real quick of what the big picture is and how, at the end, basically what the good news is.
Okay, the good news is that whether you have debt or whether you just really don't know where to start, I can help you do that, and I can help you pay off your debt, create a plan, move forward, and actually, my clients are financially fit and they're having fun.
Our number here is
fun.
602-277-5369. You're going to get that 30 minutes. It's a balance and intention session, and then you're going to know the first step it takes to solve your money problems. Our number here again, 602-277-5369. It's TNHFinancialCoaching.com.